Good afternoon, beautiful friends. It's Jayashrii with the Finding Freedom podcast. It's so lovely to be with you again this week, and I hope this finds you having a really great day. Let's jump right into this week's topic. A beautiful soul asks, how can I become financially independent by pursuing my passion later in life? Thank you for this really great question. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that although there are nuances to each and every topic or question that we discuss in these podcasts, it truly always comes back to presence, because it is in presence that we access our power. Stated differently, and perhaps better stated, when we get out of our own way and we allow the divine to express itself through us, we can do anything we choose. And it is only a matter of deciding, what do we want to make of this life? So, with that in mind, there are a few things that we want to make sure we're covering. We want to make sure we're covering our bases in terms of taking excellent care of our temple so that it's operating at its finest. And we've talked about in previous podcasts, and I work with my clients on how to do this by eating a high vibe, life force imbued, plant-based primarily diet, getting enough sleep, moving the body in a gentle, consistent way, getting out in nature, meditation, of course. All of these things, make sure they're covered, and everything else will really fall into place. It's simply a matter of showing up and letting the universe do the heavy lifting. Now, I also work with my clients on developing a vision. There's a particular way to do this. Please feel free to get in touch with me if you'd like to put this together. There are ways to make these statements so that they are the most powerful. But I will say this is your vision, and so it can be whatever you want it to be, and you're not sitting there lying to yourself saying, I'm king of the universe and I blah, 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 knowing it's not really true. This is different because your vision is true because it's whatever you want it to be. And there are ways to make the statements in terms of, I follow the directions of Florence Scovel Shinn, in that I know that all abundance comes from God, comes from the divine, the universe, nature, however you would like to call that. It doesn't come from society. It doesn't come from other people. God wants you to have health, wealth, happiness, love, your fullest expression. And so when we speak to that power that underlies everything, and we state our vision in terms that it is occurring within the divine plan, under grace and in a perfect way, this means that when we bring that vision into the world of form, so it currently exists on the invisible plane, and we're manifesting it into the world of form. We want it to happen in a graceful way. We don't want our new home to be in swamplands where it's going to sink and, it's in grace, in a perfect way. So again, I can work with you if you like on the vision. And we have our vision card. We're taking excellent care of our temple, our body. We're meditating. And we are using our passion. We are passionate about what it is that we're embarking upon. And that is everything, because it's what we're here to do. The gifts that we've been given are meant to be used. It's an insult to the divine if we never use them, because our gifts are the divine expressing itself through us. And this is something that is going to bring us into presence. Isn't it interesting how the present is a gift, is presence, and it's always the answer to everything. If we have a purpose in life, it is to be present, to use our gifts, to be happy and bring and shine our light in the world, lighting up our own heart as a beacon to the rest of humanity, to our brothers and sisters, to the plants, to the animals, to Mother Earth, to the divine, and knowing that there is no separation and that we are all one. And that abundance flows from the divine. It doesn't come from society. It doesn't come from the conditioned world. It doesn't need to be comprehensible to the mind, because the divine is all-powerful and works in ways the mind will never be able to comprehend. But the divine wants us to have health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. And that can be accessed only through our passion. Now, maybe you don't know what your passion is. No worries. Presence is truly our ultimate passion. And whatever we bring presence to, it doesn't really matter what we're doing. It really doesn't. Presence will make anything we do infused with magic. So this seems perhaps a paradox, but all of the greatest wisdom contains paradox, because beyond the world of duality, where there are no opposites, paradox doesn't exist. But in the world of duality, using language which comes from the world of duality, wisdom seems like a paradox. So the bottom line is, just keep putting one foot in front of the next. Just keep showing up and do not give up. This is what faith is. Faith is knowing that it is only in our surrender that we can receive. And when we surrender, ironically, we realize that we have everything we want and need. We always have, we always will. And all of the conditioned ideas of, I need this and that and this thing and that thing, or I might lose this or that, they fall away. And we become desireless for those things. And simplicity appeals to us. And so it becomes even easier because we don't have to have much. Now, this isn't to say that you can't have a lot and that you can't be financially abundant and all of the rest. Have whatever you could possibly imagine. All of that will be yours if you want it, for the taking. If you show up in presence, taking care of your temple, meditating, and making presence your number one priority. Now, it's not what, but how. The process is the key, not the content. And the process is presence, becoming laser focused in each moment on whatever it is that is at hand. Not in the past and in the future. So the journey is the goal. And in this way, anything is possible. This is the game of life. And the biggest misconception that we've been taught is that it needs to be hard, that it's all on our own shoulders, and that there isn't a greater power at play. In fact, you don't need to figure anything out. In fact, it's very simple. As soon as you start getting into the head, trying to figure things out, as soon as you find yourself in the land of complexity, as soon as you hear yourself listening to voices in your head or from someone else that it's going to be hard, that something is wrong, that there is not enough, that you're not good enough, etc., those are all lies. Know that those are all lies. That you are capable of anything you can possibly dream of. In fact, you just need to get out of your own way and let life make miracles happen. Creating your vision, deciding on how you want to make this game look, and then let it go and watch the magic happen. I hope that this was helpful. Please share your experiences and any comments or questions that you may have. And please feel free to share a question or a topic that you'd like to see discussed on a future podcast. Please give this a thumbs up. And thank you for subscribing. As always, I send you much love, light, and presence. Namaskar.